Hello, everyone. We're live here. I'm live here on Debra's Beautiful Day, Debra Parmley's Beautiful Day YouTube channel. And this week I'm celebrating the release of Protecting Zarifah. This is the live giveaway that I promised this week in the Facebook party. And I'm going to take a minute to share this in Facebook so that you'll be able to find it in case you forgot or don't know where to go. This is going to be taped, so you'll be able to catch it live, and you'll also be able to watch it taped. I won't actually be drawing the winners until tomorrow morning, and then I'll post the winners underneath this live on YouTube. So hopefully folks will be joining me and leaving comments. That is the way to get a chance to win. The comment. Of course, comments left live or comments left on the taped version when I'm done here will all count towards getting your name in, and I'll draw. And I've got several prizes that I'm going to talk about. They're books. I know you guys love books, so I kind of tend to stick to books because that's kind of what we're all about. Let's see, what else? So Protecting Zarifah is out on Amazon. It's up on Kindle Unlimited in ebook. And it's also out in print. Previously, the print and the ebook were not connected, but Amazon has since corrected that. So you can find them. I will be posting links and information underneath this live. My other sites and like BookBub and Amazon and such like that. Today I am wearing my favorite hat. So I'll just talk about some fun things for a little bit. This is my favorite hat. I got it when we went on a Panama Canal cruise, and it has these cool little holes in it here to let air through. And it was really, really hot in Panama when we went. So I needed a good hat. I needed a good sun hat, and this is what I bought. It has been my favorite ever since. And right now here in Memphis, it's about 90 degrees, 7 p.m. Central here. And I need a hat because it is hot. So that's why I'm wearing this hat. So basically, I've got long hair. So what I do is I hop in the shower. This is wet hair underneath here. Hop in the shower, and then I pile it up on my head, and then I put this on. It helps to keep me cool. So that's fun. And let's see, what else? Let me say something in the chat box. Let's see, say something. Hello. Feel free to chat here. So I like to do live videos here. And the reason I like to do live videos is that they're fun. And when you guys are on and I'm on, it's fun. And I was doing them on Facebook, but the problem with Facebook is that you guys don't always get to see the things that I want you to see and that you might want to see. And, it's very restrictive over there. So I've started doing the giveaways more over here than over there. And that's going to continue. I'm going to, let me get my calendar out here. Going to Heather Graham's Writers for New Orleans. And that is August the 30th and 31st, and then September 1st. On September 1st, there's a book signing from 12:45 to 3. So I'll be at that. Of course, that's open to the public. You don't have to attend the conference to come to that. You can come to that. After I go to an event, I do live videos here. And I didn't do one in Montgomery, but I am planning to do one after the Heather Graham event. So what I ask attending author friends if they have anything they would like to donate, and depending on what gets donated from them and from other friends, I show the books, or my sister, my PA, Kimberly, shows the books. And then you get to see what the prize is. And then, of course, I talk about my books a little bit. And then we draw the names. And so it's lots of fun. Now, I realize that having this on a Friday night is an odd time to have a live. But I'm just going to be honest with y'all for a few minutes here. I am still dealing with an arm and shoulder issue that was injured in November. And I've had an MRI come back. I've got tendon damage in the front, in the back, in the rotator cuff. I go Monday to see an orthopedic specialist, and on this for a very long time, and I've been going to physical therapy and trying to heal it. The MRI wasn't done until recently, so I didn't realize that all that damage had been done, and so the PT really hasn't fixed it, because that's not what fixes torn and damaged tendons. So, of course, this slowed down my book production. Now, you might think, it wouldn't, because I could type one-handed, but typing one-handed slows you down. If you take anything for the arm, then that makes the writing slower. If I don't take something for the arm, then it gets sore and tired faster, and I can't keep at it as many hours. So it basically has affected my entire book production schedule for the entire year of 2019, because it has gone on for so long. And I was optimistic, as I usually am, and thought I could get more done than I can get done. So basically, I need some good healing. And I really just wanted to do the live tonight so that it could be finished and it could, run, and then through Saturday. I might let it go ahead and run. So, because it's 7 o'clock now, I might go ahead and let it run until tomorrow night. Actually, I think, yes, I will do that. I'm going to change it up. I'm going to let it run until tomorrow night. That gives you a fair chance to get in here and comment, and, get your entry in. So, ways to win. Comment beneath the YouTube Live or the taped YouTube Live. I will, when I have closed the contest, I will say contest closed. And at that point, any comments left afterwards will not be included in on the drawing. Of course, your chances will depend upon how many people comment. And I know we're all very busy. So I don't see a timer on this. I'm not sure how long it's been going. I was going to watch the time and be careful with it, but don't see one on here. So the first thing I want to do is I want to show you, I should show you my new book. That's what I should do. And then move on to the books that are prizes. So Protecting Zarifah is set in Susan Stoker's previous Kindle world, Special Forces Operation Alpha. And I'm going to show you two of the other books that I have had in her world so far. Let's see. I'm going to try and pull this up on my Kindle to see if I can show you It's loading. Okay. I order my own books, to make sure that, I can see what you're seeing. That way I know how they look. Makes me feel better, and it's fun. Okay, so these two. Okay, these are the first two I have in Susan Stoker's world. Protecting Pippa. I'll read the back. If you could have great sex with a hot man who didn't know who you were and who you'd never see again, would you do it? Pippa's co-worker asks this question and convinces her to attend a costume Halloween party. Pippa has never done one-night stands. She doesn't even date. Because she's hiding from her crazy ex-husband on the other side of the country and hoping he never shows up to kill her. The chance to have one night to remember behind the safe anonymity of wearing a mask created a situation where she didn't stop herself from saying yes. Tanner Diesel Taylor is a SEAL and one of the most responsible men on the planet. So responsible that when his mother died while he was in high school, he helped his father run the garage and supported his 4 siblings. When he joined the SEALs, he took on the responsibilities that went with the job and vowed he'd not marry and settle down. Neither counted on meeting. Neither counted on the best sex of their lives. Neither counted on making a baby. 2 years later, Pippa's ex has been released from prison, and Tanner assumes she's had another man's child, a son that should have been his. But things come to a head when Pippa is abducted by her ex and doesn't know a SEAL is coming to her rescue. This is Diesel. This is Tanner. It's a short, fast read. It's the only time I have written a secret baby story, because it was really the only plot idea that I've ever had that seemed, like something I might want to write. So it was kind of fun because they were wearing masks, and they're meant for each other. So they're meant to find each other again. And the way that they find each other again is that Tanner's dad comes for a visit. Now this is 2 years later, so she has a 2-year-old toddler. And the little boy is playing in a park, and he's the spitting image of his daddy. So when Tanner's dad sees him, he says, "Hey, I need to meet this woman, because that little boy sure could be Tanner's son." Turns out that he is. So when Tanner, also known as Diesel, because he's a SEAL, goes to knock on her apartment door, she and the boy have been taken. And he's got to find them and get them back. She has no idea that a SEAL is coming for her. She has no idea that the love of her life is coming from her. So I had fun writing this one. This book is up for giveaway to celebrate the release of Protecting Zarifah, which is the 3rd book in the series. So a signed copy of Protecting Pippa. It's rare for me to give a signed copy of the books from the worlds that I write in. Very rare. So here's your chance to win one. All you have to do is leave a comment below this YouTube video. Okay. Now, before I show you the next prize, I want to show you this. I have it on ebook in my Kindle. Oh, now my Kindle, I dropped it on the same cruise ship that I was injured my shoulder on. And it was kind of a bad luck trip, I'll just say. I dropped my Kindle and the screen cracked. And I looked into getting it replaced, but it would cost as much to replace it as it will to buy a new one. So I'm going to just have to buy a new one. So there's some lines through it. The lines are not on the cover really, but they are just on my Kindle. But here is the new cover. Now, on this cover, John Antorino is my cover model. If you don't know John, he is an actor and cover model who is all kinds of movies and TV shows and modeling. He's on covers. He's been in magazines. He represents Muscle Wiz. I mean, he just does so many things. I first met John at a writers' convention, and as I got to know him and followed his Facebook page, I saw that he was donating to children who have cancer, but he goes beyond that. He visits them in the hospital, and he has even gone to doctor visits with them and gone to their house to visit them. So he goes above and beyond, and I felt that that was heroic. You know, every one of us can be a hero every day. You just have to be good to people, help people. When you help people, you're a hero. So I had to have him on my cover. Now, the first cover I had him on, I'll show that one to you in a minute. Right now, this is the second cover I've had him on. And it's actually my favorite cover so far. I love it. You'll see the belly dancer in the background. Now, the heroine of this story is a belly dancer. My dance sisters have been asking me for years, when are you going to write a book about a belly dancer? So I did, and I made it very lifelike. It's rare for me to put things in my books from my life. This time I did. I am the founder of Shimmy Mob Memphis, which is a chapter of Shimmy Mob International. Now, Shimmy Mob it's an organization that raises funds for our local domestic abuse shelters. We dance on International Belly Dance Day, wear the same t-shirt, dance to the same song, doing the same choreography all around the world. And next year will be the 10-year anniversary. I'm really pleased to say that over the years, Shimmy Mob Memphis has raised $10,000 for the shelter. $10,000 is not a small amount. Any little bit helps, and I'm pleased that we've been able to do that. I am since retired from leading. I am retired from belly dance, but I do come out once a year to join in the dance with my dance sisters for the cause. Since I have retired from dance, I started thinking about what I could do to help now that I'm really not dancing anymore much. So if I wrote a book and put some about Shimmy Mob in it, I could reach lots of people. And raising awareness is also one of the things that we do. So I wanted to do that. Now, Zarifah is a dance name. Most American belly dancers choose a dance name. We don't dance under our real names for privacy and safety reasons, but also because we try to represent the cultures of the dances that we perform. So we take on a dance name and a persona, although we're not limited to that particular style. We can dance any styles we want. So Zarifah is the dance name of Edith Smith. Edith Smith was so tired of her name that when she chose a dance name, she wanted to go for the most exotic sounding name that she could see on the list. So she picked Zarifah. And as far as I know, she's the only Zarifah dancer out there. So that's a little bit about the name. She is an assistant team leader, and she agrees to help with the first year Shimmy Mob. Now, the things that are the same in the story as were when I team led the first year are that you have to follow the steps of setting up. your group and doing the promotional things and the performance and all that. So that is all in there. Any Shimmy Mob leader who has worked with the cause will be able to read it and recognize the same steps that she went through. So that's reality into fiction. That's the only reality I've put into the fiction of this book. Zarifah has an ex-fiance who refuses to let her go. And he shows up after they perform. He shows up. And he's a very dangerous man. But he does not know that Zarifah has started dating a Navy SEAL. Cutter is also watching the dance. And like all Navy SEALs, Cutter is always aware and always prepared. So, once again, yes, I've written a damsel in distress story because that's what I love to write. And I've written an alpha hero because that's what I love to write. And I hope you will enjoy this story. So I'm celebrating the book birthday this week with this contest. And let me put this down and tell you about the next prize. Split screen. Sound like a movie theater? Well, it is. This book also has a live shooter. And I'll read you the blurb. Christy is excited about plans to attend the movie premiere of Turn and Deliver, Cole Kinnick's new action-adventure movie. It's the anniversary of D-Day, and she and her best friend Tanya are all dolled up like 1940s bombshells for a fun girls' night out. You can tell by the dress on the cover, right? When Tanya bails at the last minute, Christy enters the theater alone, looking for a place to sit. She sees this handsome fellow and an empty seat right next to him. Reed heads to the theater to see the action-adventure film after he lucks into a last-minute ticket via the local radio station. He lucks out again when a blonde-haired, green-eyed bombshell who could have walked straight out of an old pinup poster sits next to him. But his luck turns when a live shooter fires into the crowd. So, I brought a little bit of real life into this one too, but in Debra's happy ever after world of her books, things go the way Debra wants them to go. Christy doesn't realize she's seated next to a Navy SEAL who may save her life and the lives of others, or how life can change with one split screen. Sound good? That's all I'm going to tell you about that one. Alrighty. Please know that when I write a book, I need to mention this. When I write a book about a little bit of domestic abuse, I do not write the scene as a descriptive scene of what is happening. And I do that on purpose because I prefer not to trigger people. But these subjects are things that do need to be written about. So I write about them. I put my happy ever afters in them because, if Debra had her way, we'd all have a hero and he'd always come to the rescue and the bad guy would always get it and the good guy would always get the girl and the girl would always get the guy, and that's why I write happy ever afters, because I like them. And again, damsel in distress story. Now, in the back of this book, there is a link, which if you follow it, it will take you to a site that is recommended by the FBI for what to do in the event of a live shooter. See, I like to empower people. I like to empower my readers when they read my books. So for this one, you'll find out what to do in the event of a live shooter. And my FBI source recommended that to me, so straight from the source, it's here. Also, one of the things in this book is that Christy helps Reed, the Navy SEAL. She learns how to apply a tourniquet because there are two guys that are shot and they need tourniquets, and time is of the essence. And he's only got two hands. I mean, he's a Navy SEAL, but you know, he's not. He can only do so much at one time. He knows he needs someone to help him get that other tourniquet on, so he talks her through it. So, if you've never applied a tourniquet or taken a class in how to, this might be helpful to you as well. So, hopefully helpful while also being entertaining. This book is also one of the prizes. And like I said, it's a rare day when I give one of these copies signed as a prize. But I want to promote the new book, and these two books are in Susan Stoker's world. So these three all go together. However, you can read them in any order you want. They are not connected as series. The characters do interact in some of the books that I write, and so you may see, for instance, in Protecting Zarifah, you'll see this couple again. So if you wanted to read them in order, that's probably preferable, but you don't have to. And in the order in which I wrote them was Protecting Pippa, and then Split Screen Scream, and then Protecting Zarifah. So those are a couple prizes. Now, I mentioned John Antorino earlier. I have Jenna's Christmas Wish. Christmas story in July. Oh boy. If it's 90 degrees where you are or more, like it is here, you can hear the fan I have on in my room. And I have my wet hair and my hat on to keep me cool, right? Here's some Christmas joy to cool you down in July. So now this book is also a prize. Now, Jenna's Christmas Wish has John Antorino on the cover. It's the first cover I had him on. And Protecting Zarifah is the second cover. And I love both of them, but Protecting Zarifah is, of course, my favorite. So let me read the blurb from the back of this one. Santa, if there's one thing I want for Christmas more than anything, it's someone to spend Christmas with, not as an afterthought invitation because they feel sorry for me, but someone of East Tennessee for a December writer's workshop. Since her mother passed after a long illness, Jenna has had one wish. She doesn't want to spend Christmas alone. Meeting Niccolo Maldini, cover model and actor, could make more than Jenna's Christmas wish come true. If Ember Morton, Niccolo's ex-girlfriend, doesn't do something crazy to stop Jenna and Niccolo from being together. This is a sweet Christmas romance. There's no violence, and there's no sex on the page. This would be suitable for your daughter, 16-year-old daughter, your granddaughter. I wanted to write a Christmas story that everyone could read, so I wrote it sweet. And I based it on John because, as I said, he does so much work with the children who have cancer. And that's what a hero does, you know. So, for your chance to win a signed copy of this book, you'll have to comment beneath this YouTube. I'm not seeing many people here, but there's a comment now. Trying to figure out YouTube, I can't find a comment button. Nana Books. You must have found it because it showed up. Let me type that in. Oh, maybe. Oh, you mean comment. Your comment here showed up. Oh, I bet you mean your comment underneath the live. So I haven't been doing these all that long, and this is the first one I've done by myself. Usually my sister's on, and I'm still working at getting better at them. So it's possible that maybe you can't comment until the live is done. I'm not sure. I need to research that. Thank you so much for telling me. So for now, I guess the comments have to go into the chat box. Okay, so Nana, and I don't know if, not real sure how this is going to work when the chat goes away. I'm going to go ahead and write your name down. So it's on the list of, we draw names. So it's on the list of people we're drawing. So Nana Books, you are definitely on the list. If for some reason the chat goes away, I'm just covering the bases here. If the chat goes away and you've left a comment and we can't find it again, I will comment under the live and ask you to send, if you win, I'll ask you to send me your email address so I can connect with you. Okay, now, in order to win one of these three books, if you're one of the lucky winners, one of the lucky three, I'll also need your mailing address. Now, this drawing, this giveaway, all these words we can't say on Facebook. I'm going to say all the things. This giveaway, this drawing, these free books, these prizes, this celebration of my book. It's so fun to be able to actually say the words over here. In order to win them, I'll have to have a mailing address. I am keeping this open as far as where you live. That means if you live in Australia, yes, you could win a book. I know that sometimes authors have to limit it because it's so expensive to mail things overseas. These books, they're not heavy. There's no reason I couldn't mail one to Australia or wherever you are. So I didn't want anyone to be excluded. And, oh, that works. Okay. The chat is where you're writing me. Yes, the chat is where you're writing me. Oh, gosh, that's the truth. The what's next with them. Facebook is just crazy time. I wrote a note over there the other day, a note about Facebook. Facebook, like it or dislike it. And I just talked about that. And I think I'm going to keep updating that note as new things are learned. That way I can keep sharing the note so that people will be updated on what's going on. Because I swear it's like something new every day over there. Hello from the Philippines. Helen Grace, hello. I'm going to type it in here. Okay, I don't know if you heard me say that this giveaway, the books, I'll send them anywhere on the earth. Of course, if you live on the moon, I can't send them there, but that'd be out of my price range. But I am not limiting this geographically. So the three books, I'll show them again in case you came on late. So, all right, we have Protecting Pippa. Now you'll have to go back and listen to hear what they're about. And Split Screen Scream. And Jenna's Christmas Wish with John Antorino on the cover. So you have a chance to win. There are three winners, one for each book. Your chance to win will be leaving a comment, which apparently no one can leave while I'm still doing the live, which I'm not quite sure why. I'm apparently going to have to research that and figure out why that is so that I can have it working better the next time. There may be something on the back end of the YouTube channel that I need to, click on or something. But I can't research that while I'm talking to you. So I will figure that out before I do my next one. My next giveaway will be scheduled for, let's see. I'm going to Writers for New Orleans, Heather Graham's Writers for New Orleans on August the 30th, 31st, and September 1st. And the book signing is open to the public on September 1st from 12:45 to 3. So I'll be getting home from there. And then we have, of course, Labor Day is a Monday. I'm going to do the live giveaway that week, but I'm planning to do that on the following weekend. I might do it Saturday. No, you know what? I think I'll do it Sunday because fewer people have to work on a Sunday than they do on a Saturday. So maybe that will be easier on my readers. I'm going to pick a date right now. So September the 8th is when I will do the big giveaway for, let me write that down. Okay, September the 8th will be my big giveaway for when I return from there. And when I do those, when I go to an event, I ask my author friends who are in attendance if they would like to donate swag, if they would like to donate books or anything they would like to donate to the giveaway. And then, of course, show the things, and then we do a big prize for that. And, of course, I give away some of my things as well. And I always do this on my YouTube channel. I am not doing any more Facebook giveaways because Facebook limits who sees things, and that is not fair to you. So we're staying over here and we're having fun and doing this as widely as we can to as many readers as I can. Because I love all you guys and I don't want anyone to be left out if it can be helped. So I don't have a clock on this YouTube. Here we go. Oh, okay, I do have it. Just showed up. I needed to move the mouse. That was the problem. So I've been going for 38 minutes and 23 seconds. Oh, that's a long time. Comments that I would love to hear from you. How long would you listen to a YouTube video before you're ready to just go somewhere else? I know an hour is too long. A lot of shows are an hour, and I've been on a lot of shows, and of course, those have a set time. And I used to host a radio show, which was less than 30 minutes. It was quick and fast, and we got it all in, and a lot of people listened to that because people have less time these days than they used to. So comments, I love to hear if you've read any of my books. Which ones have you read? Which ones do you like? Is there anything you like more of? Where are you from? Let's see, what else? Where are you from? What do you like to read? And just anything else you'd like to leave a comment about. I love hearing from you guys. So, do I know how to make slime? Helen, I am what that is. You're going to have to enlighten me on that. How to make slime. No, I cannot say that I know how to make slime. I know how to make a lot of things. I make books. I used to make dance choreographies when I belly danced. Let's see. Some of the things you'll find here on my Beautiful Day YouTube channel. You'll find a section where I read first chapters from my books. And so I don't have them all up yet because, of course, that takes time. I would like to get them all up before the end of the year. That way I can get caught up with them. You like reading and dancing. Awesome. I used to belly dance in a troupe. I'll tell you a little bit about that. Global Fusion. You will find some belly dance videos on my YouTube channel. You'll find the first chapter reads. You'll find talks that I've given, places I've been, and speaking things. Let's see, talks that I've given, speaking events. Uh, what else? I have one page that's just for fun. You'll even find Muppets in here. I love Muppets. Things that I love. I love polka dots. I love Muppets. I love my handmade straw hat from Panama. I love cruising. I love traveling. I love folk dances from all around the world. I love folk stories. So when I travel, I have always tried to find folk stories and folk dancing so that I can at least watch it. A lot of places, they won't let you videotape that you can watch, and that's been wonderful. I used to sell travel. Back then, I had set foot in 13 countries. I kind of lost count of how many I've stepped in since then, but I really need to go back and count them up just so I'll know. And maybe even make a list of places I've been. And talk about it more and share pictures and stories and experiences and pull more of that into my stories. I do have a book set on a cruise ship. Let me show you that one. Let's see. Here it is. Aboard the Wishing Star. This one also has a military hero. He's a Marine. So some of my travel experiences are in my books. So there's that one. And then as far as books, Checkout is set in Bartlett, Tennessee, which is where I live. It has a Bartlett librarian in it and a Marine hero. And let's see. Where is it? Isabella, Bride of Ohio, is honoring my grandmother Isabella, who was Swedish. Her parents immigrated from Sweden. And my heroine is Swedish. This is one of 50 books. It's book number 17 in the American Mail Order Bride series. So I was pleased to be invited into that, and I said I would do it if I could do the Ohio book because I was born and raised in Ohio. This book is set 15 minutes from my parents' house. So a little bit of me in some of these. Then Trapping the Butterfly is a 1920s story. This is book one in a series. I have two out in the series so far. This one is set in Hot Springs, Arkansas. And I did travel there, and I stayed at the Arlington, which is a 1920s era hotel. I did go through the national park. I took the hot baths at the national park site where you are allowed to experience that. So I have experienced that, like stepping back in time. And I've also taken the baths at the Arlington. So I've experienced both. So that's a little bit of my travels in my work. So I guess I do put some of what I do in these things. I've started doing this book list because my readers were getting confused. Now, if you would like a copy of this book list, it's going to be up on my website soon. The reason I needed to come up with this is that I used to write for 5 different publishers. I got rights back to all of those books, and I republished them with my own publishing label. So I realized after being told a couple times that a reader had bought my book, and then when they got it, they realized they'd already read it, and they had it with a different cover. And I thought, oh, that's not good. So I need to figure out a way to fix that. This has been my fix, is coming up with the book list. So if you go by the book list instead of the book covers for anything, prior to the last year or two, that'll be better. Any book that came out before, well, it took me a while on some of them. I had so many of them came back at once that I just couldn't put them out that fast. So my backlist books, basically, my new ones, that's not an issue. But that list, of course, keeps growing. So even the printed copy I have here needs to be updated. So my sister is in the process of updating my website and putting a book list up there and fixing a lot of other things that were problematic on it. I was trying to do the website all by myself. And I am not a web person. I don't know how to do websites. So, you love slime? That's funny. Oh, goodness. It makes me think of the movie Ghostbusters. And that's a funny movie. I haven't seen that in ages. Oh, my goodness. Oh, gosh. Okay, so if you subscribe to this YouTube channel, then you won't miss any of the new videos when I put them up. So, if I put up a new drawing, prize, drawing like this one, you'll see it because you'll be subscribed. And of course, it comes in your email. And so, of course, you can either, watch it or delete it. Either way, real simple, kind of like a newsletter. Of course, I have a newsletter. It comes out once a month. You can sign up for that too. I'll put some links below here in case you're new. Oh, thank you. Thank you, Helen. I'm going to, let's see, I've been on here. I'm not going to go full to an hour because that's really too long for anyone to want to sit and listen through the whole thing, really. I know, unless it's an interview type show where you're being asked questions and there's more than one person. I think listening to one person for an hour is very long. And I do public speaking. I have been doing that for a while. I did a radio show for 1.5 years. Those shows were not over 30 minutes on purpose, so that everyone had time to listen. You can get it in there, get it in, keep it rolling. We tend to ramble when we're live. It's a natural thing. I've been to Toastmasters. I've got my CC, and I do public speaking, and I can work from a script or I can memorize. But when we're live, we're kind of random. So we go where our minds take us. And so I think I've gotten everything in. I will be sure to type up the information that you need to know to get your name in to win. I'll type that up underneath in the event that the chat, because again, like I'm still learning all this. If the chat goes away, I'm writing down your name, Helen, to make sure that you will be in on the drawing. Helen Grace. My grandmother's name was Grace. It's a beautiful name. Her name was Grace Elizabeth Maxwell. Mara. Okay, got it. I want to make sure that your names don't get lost, just in case. I will post my links underneath here, and please feel free to look around on my channel. I have all kinds of playlists. I'm not really sure what you guys will like the most. So one thing that would be helpful to me would be if you look for the little thumbs up button and you like posts within, videos within the channel, within the playlist. And I'll start to see which ones everybody likes. And then I can learn what you want more of and do more of that. So, we could have lots of fun here. I do want the feedback from you because it helps me. And then, I can give you more fun stuff and we'll just, have fun with this. And, Facebook might limit us. They might not let us say, I'm going to say the words because they're limiting me over there. They might not let us say free book or book giveaway or prize or contest or any of those words. But we can say them here on my YouTube channel. And we can do giveaways over here and blocking it or, so, over there, not everybody sees my posts. I can't do my live giveaways over there because all of my readers won't get a chance. And that's not fair. So we're going to have fun over here and stay positive and, feel on that other stuff. But yeah, I'm on Facebook and feel free to come over. I have a Facebook group that we can have fun in. I just can't guarantee that you'll see everything because the way Facebook, they move the goalposts, They'll say, here's how you do it. And then the next day, you suddenly find out that they've made changes. And now it's over here. That kind of thing is just never fair to people. Moving the goalposts is not fair. It's like Lucy and Charlie Brown. It's just not nice. So, over here, where people are nice, we are going to have fun. So, thank you for hopping on here onto my live, and thank you for listening if you've been late. And please do play and have fun and look around, and I wish you the best of luck at the chance to win one of these 3 books. We are celebrating, let me show it one more time, Protecting Zarifah, which is out in ebook and in print. Whoop, my Kindle turned itself off. Hold on a second. Here it is. One more time. Turn it so you can see it. There it is. Just came out ebook on Tuesday and print on Wednesday. So I'm really excited about this. Happy book birthday. And thank you for joining me here on my Beautiful Day YouTube channel. Good night.